Hi, my name is Baylor. I am an anthropologist and a filmmaker doing research on nomads. So I was living in my car, researching people living in their car. And this whole solution to needing a vehicle for my field work, thank you to my parents, my dad and my girlfriend and my uncle for helping convert this element for use camping and living in for the past 3 months. I'm super excited to show you what we've done because most of the conversion was pretty cheap, and I think there's a lot of unique solutions that I haven't seen on YouTube before. So I'll show you kind of what we did and hopefully you like it. This is Bruiser, the element. She's black and blue, so that's what the lady before us named it, and we just kept it because I thought that was pretty cute. And yeah, it's been a pleasure living in here for the last 2 months or so, doing research out in California and Arizona. Right now, I'm actually south of Jacksonville, Florida, back home in my home state. I just finished driving all the way across I-10. So I drove from Los Angeles, California, all the way to Jacksonville, Florida. Pretty long drive, but Bruiser held up super well. The Element is an amazing car. I never thought I would drive one. I don't know why, I just never pictured myself in one, but yeah, it's kind of the perfect camping car if you don't want to buy a whole van or a Class C or something. It's really a great little vehicle. So let me show you what we did to it. It's got all kinds of fun secrets. Yeah. I've been driving in the desert, so it's now impossible for me to get the sand speckles and all that off of the front. I'm sorry, I'm working with a manual focus camera, so bear with me. But I guess we'll start here. Here we've got, your interior, pretty much stock. Over there in the driver's door, you'll see that's where I keep my receipts and all the paperwork for the car. Here in the driver's seat, or the passenger seat, this is where I keep my camera stuff. Because while I'm driving, sometimes I like to pull out my camera stuff and do a little filming, so I like to keep it all accessible right there. Down here, this is where I keep some more camera stuff in this little box, but then also I got my tools nice and accessible. This is a little heating pad for if my back is hurting and I want to put that back on this little lumbar support thing. And yeah, I've got tarps just in case, a little lantern there as you can see, and yeah, another tripod. Might need one. Some of my favorite little details here. This is where I keep my rock collection. This is actually just more rocks from various creeks. Here I've got, various little rocks labeled with which creek I was at. Especially if they've got good skipping rocks. This is how I keep track. I write the coordinates and the date and what location it was. So, shells from the beach, things to bring back to friends and family, little souvenirs to keep, because really rocks are the best souvenirs. So yeah, it's got this little slidey lid, and it fits right perfectly on top of my bird field guide, right there in the Element. I think that's just the most perfect spot for it. Isn't that good? Yeah, got deodorant and hair stuff and some Altoids. This is a sock monkey that my mom gave me, and yeah, my little Opinel knife. Here already you can see I strapped my little day bag around the back here. Here I have some curtains that I've tied up to the door, but they really help. When I'm stealth camping, I can put them all across the front there. Yeah, I got my little day bag there. In here I keep my field notebook, maybe another book that I want to read. It's there because I like to keep it close to the bed in case I'm sleeping and I want to just grab my book or my notebook to write notes. I'll now show you how to turn this into the bed. This is a platform that me and my uncle and my dad and my girlfriend made. We did this all the work for this car in about 3 days because we really wanted to get on the road quickly. So I'm really proud of us. I think we did a good job making the most out of what we had at home. Like, this is a Guatemalan falsa blanket, My mom had them in the closet somewhere. So yeah, we kind of cut a piece for this hinge part and then a big piece for this, big platform here. So you take this passenger seat, take it all the way forward. That's why I try to keep not that much stuff in the front there. One sec. Hi. Okay, so then this seat also comes forward. Boom. And then what we do here is this just flips up perfectly, just like that. And we have two legs that come down. And it's hinged here in the middle, but then this is actually a child's bed from IKEA. It's one of those beds that has like 3 sections, so as the kid gets older, you can make the bed longer. But I thought that was kind of perfect for this space, so we actually have two, the main cushion and then one of the extensions, and that just flips down and forms a nice little bed there. And yeah, I like my little $11 Walmart blanket. We got it on the trip at one point. And then yeah, it depends where I'm staying, whether I'd like to have my head here or there, and also the slope of whatever parking space I find. You see, what I like to do is to bring these curtains across here so that if I'm stealth camping at like a hotel or at a restaurant parking lot or something, I can pull them across. And you want to keep the front seats kind of empty, and I don't want it to look like somebody's in here sleeping, like at first glance. Obviously people could tell if they really want to, but if I'm sleeping in here, I like people to just kind of walk by and not think about it. So yeah, I've got these little covers I put on all the windows, and then this curtain comes across here, boom. And I kind of put it right there behind the seats here. And because I want it to look like in plain sight, it's not somebody sleeping in here, I just throw the seats back again, like that, boom. Yeah, and now from the front, you wouldn't even know. I usually get in on the other side, but you can kind of just, I just throw my shoes here under the bed, and then pop right in, just like that. Very comfy, very easy. And then in the morning, the same. I just throw my shoes down. I hope that they land on the right sides. And yeah, you go about all that. This is a cargo net up here that my girlfriend made as well. My girlfriend is an amazing textile designer, so she's great with sewing and knitting, anything. So yeah, she made us this little cargo net. I found it kind of got in my way while I was driving a lot, so I actually just ended up pushing it over to one side and keeping this blazer there. It's one I got at Goodwill on the way. Pretty good. $6, nice. And I just keep it up here because I don't want too much stuff up there, otherwise it sags a lot, gets in my vision while I'm driving, so that's how it goes. Basically, if I'm sleeping in a car park, it looks a bit like that. I'll show you from this side here. Just pop in, hang out. I think the platform is about 13 inches off the floor, maybe 13 and a half. So it's actually kind of the perfect amount of space for the things that I needed to put under, like this cooler there. But yeah, I guess if I could change anything next time, I might lower the platform just a little bit so that there's a bit more headroom if you want to sit up in here. But I'll show you what I've got going on inside. That happens pretty frequently, not gonna lie to you. The inside of the car really is just my favorite. I love my little space in here. My favorite little hack in this car is the pegboards, because I'm sure you've seen, maybe if you've watched a lot of Element videos, people get these like Molly panels and they hang them on the window so you can hang various stuff in there. But I didn't have, $300 for this project, since, this is only temporary anyway. So what we did is actually buy 2 IKEA pegboards for both sides. And, the little pegboard attachments. I thought that would be much more customizable anyway. And yeah, it kind of allows you to just hook on your I hooked my pot, my pan, and there's a bowl in there too. That's all my kitchen stuff. And then one little can that I put, you know, pens in, that kind of thing. Got my headphones, my watch. I usually hang my keys here. Some fishing lures. And there's a fishing rod, which I've used like 0 times, so that's great. And then, yeah, I actually had some scraps. So you can see over there, one of the little pegboard scraps I made to fit the window in front, and that's where I hang my raincoat and my other little field coat. And yeah, these windows pop out when you're sleeping if you want some extra airflow. This side is where I keep my little speaker and my little vice drawer. So I got a flask and rolling papers. I don't remember what those are for, but you know, little bookshelf here. Got my library and a little tote bag that my mom gave me. I think it's like my great grandma's tote bag, so that's kind of cute. This is where I keep all my cords, hard drives, all my little adapters and that kind of thing. It's great because it's got handles and I can take it out of the car if I want to stay at a friend's house or something. And then this is like something we bought for the trip, but it's an Anker Solix. I think the last time I charged this was like a week and a half ago. So let's see. Still at 33%. Okay, so that's pretty good. I usually just charge my phone with this, but when I need to charge my computer as well, you can use any of these various ports. But it holds a charge pretty well, and it's got a light there that gets, you know, brighter and brighter. So that's pretty handy. I'm pretty happy with this. This also I can take out of the car, and I just plug it in at a friend's house when I'm staying over somewhere. But it does have like a solar attachment as well if you wanted to charge it with solar. But I do not have a solar panel. So like I said, this is a temporary project for me. Really a shame because I've become quite happy living in here. But yeah, it is what it is. I installed all these little like Walmart globe lights. I think this was like $10 for a string, and they're battery operated. So yeah, you can kind of see I just like tucked it into the molding up here. And yeah, so they go all around, and that becomes my little reading light in the evenings. So yeah, I'm very happy with those. It just like was a good vibe. Really looks cute in here. I'm happy with how it turned out. So under the bed is where I keep like all my supplies and all that kind of stuff. So here's a cooler. That's where I keep, you know, refrigerated foods and beer and that kind of thing. I definitely would get like one of those plug-in coolers if I could. So I recommend that, because it's a pain to get ice every like 2-3 days, but that's what it is. This is how I kept my water in here. Again, I wasn't going too long and I didn't have too much room, so I just get one of these 2.5 gallon things from the store. I think they're like $4 or something most times. And you can just refill them when you need to. I've been gone for a bit, and this is my last day of the trip actually, so I have some laundry. Yeah, my little camping chair. I'll show you this in a minute. And then yeah, I got my Coleman grill here with a propane. So yep, that's all that. Put that there for now. Usually I will actually just, like, I've got a table back there in the backpack. I don't think I'll get it out because it's a pain, but usually I just put it here, and I put my little folding chair down on the ground, and I cook on the tailgate. I like to keep most things accessible. Like the grill I use a lot, so I keep it right there. My kitchen utensils, my folding chair, the cooler itself, and water. But then under the bed, yeah, this is a whole bag of hats. I wear a lot of hats, so I needed to have them all with me, obviously. This is my other 2 pairs of shoes. So yeah, I just keep these in these like IKEA bags. Keeps everything, keeps the dirt from the shoes from like getting all over the car. Even though I've got a little vacuum here, you never know when you might need one. I'll just throw them up here for now. Yeah, it's nice because you can just throw them around as well, and you don't get dirt everywhere. Right here is where I keep all my foodstuffs that don't need to be refrigerated. So I've got a whole box of like seasonings, and it's where I keep my cutting boards and my plate and that kind of thing. Little ramen noodle packets and all that. And then it just goes on top of this box. This box, it's like one of these underbed storage boxes. It's what I use for all my clothes. So there's pants here and t-shirts, and then mostly on this side is all like cold weather stuff, which I really didn't need much on this trip. It was the winter, so I brought them. So I was in the desert and I did not need my sweaters for the most part. Although there were some cold nights actually, yeah. So, and then you can just slide it right back under. Kitchen box goes back in there, and then I put my hats, shoes back there. I've also labeled them because I'm a psycho. A sleeping bag there for when it gets a bit colder. So I put that just over this blanket. And then my box of cleaning stuff. So I've got various towels. This is a little bottle I just fill up with water when I want to wash dishes. So you can kind of just squirt water on the stuff you're washing. Use less water. But yeah, like wipes, towels, sponges, that kind of shit. Got cables for the car, tire pressure gauge, some straps for hammocks, or if you just need the strap thing. I think I actually use them for tarps most of the time. This is my box of rocks to skip. I stopped at the Buffalo River to grab a bunch of good skimming rocks, and I kind of didn't find any water after that, so I haven't skipped them yet, but maybe I'll give you a rock skipping tutorial in another video, because I'm pretty good, just saying, pretty good. And if you're interested in that, then follow, subscribe, whatever. I'm actually also going to release the documentary that I'm making right now on this YouTube channel in a couple months. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see that as well. But yeah, this is all the stuff I keep under there. I won't really show you all the stuff in this box. It's kind of an everything box. Yeah, some other books. It's got some gifts from my family, some maps, like laundry stuff, and kind of odds and ends. And then I keep my table, like a little picnic table thing, back in the backpack. Yeah, I like to stay pretty organized, so really the car looks like this most of the time. Everything stays kind of in its little place. But obviously things move around and it gets a bit dusty and dirty. Yeah. The Element also has these little side panels. I think, I've got in here just my coffee cup. I've got a lighter, and I've got 2 cans of beef pot roast and chicken noodle soup. So sometimes canned food goes there. Things that fit in that space. Like I said, the other side, I've got a little hatchet and a vacuum, and I think just a clamp, just in case you need a clamp. You might need a clamp. Real quick, I'll just show you. My favorite little hack in the car has been this little Carhartt tool roll. You can get it from AutoZone and that kind of thing. But it's actually a perfect little place to keep all my kitchen utensils. So I've got, my knife there and some tongs, can opener, all my little, lighter, wine opener, and then, some cutlery. But that all goes in here, and you can just roll it right back up. And it just clips up. So I kind of love that instead of having a bucket or something, all the tools can be nicely organized. And then it just goes right there like that. Cooler goes back. And that's everything here. Right now I have to go really quick because the park rangers just told me this park is about to close. So good practice. Really what happens is these curtains all come back to here. Pillows just go in there like that. And then seats come back here. I'll do the other one first. This folds back. I've also got my little toiletries bag right here on the seat. Just a little cheap one from the thrift store, but that's where I keep my toothpaste and my soaps and shampoos and that. But yeah, when I brush my teeth in the morning, I just brush right here. So easy. Yep, and then, like I said, same thing there. This hinge, just like that, nice and easy. This hinges back down. And like I said, yeah, I've got my little coats there on here. I keep my wallet there. Then the seats go back, both of them usually, because it's uncomfortable to drive with it the other way. So yeah, that's the inside of the Element. Okay, yeah, sorry I had to leave that last. I was at Princess Place Preserve. It's like 40 minutes south of Jacksonville. Cool little state park, really nice, or like a state preserve. But like I said, here in the glove, the side door, I keep all my documents, and then this is like receipts, and it has actually all the plans as well for when we were building this stuff in the car. So that's what goes there. In this little side pocket, I've got some bug sprays, some sunscreen, obviously Mad Libs. My mom always had Mad Libs in the car, so my sisters and I could have something to do, so I keep it in there. Yeah, and then like a shopping bag, I always try to remember to bring into the grocery store because yeah, I'm kind of hate that this country has not gotten around to just like banning plastic bags. So I always try to bring my grocery bag. I got a flashlight and some hand sanitizer. And for you filmmaking nerds, this is you were just on this little small rig magic arm. I keep it here on the headrest so I can film, myself if I want to, but I usually don't. I actually usually put my little microphone on there and I put it here on the steering wheel. So if I want to drive and take field notes, like spoken field notes, I just attach it to this little part of I love the magic arm because you can attach it to like anything and just put it. Sometimes I put it up there in front of my head. If I want to do a recording where I'm talking, that's what I do. So yeah, that's kind of it. Nothing too crazy here. Like I said, most of this was pretty inexpensive, and I mean, my dad had all these power tools and stuff at home, so we were able to make everything pretty quickly and easily. So thanks Dad and Mom for the support, helping us build this. It's amazing really what you can do with all the support and resources at your disposal. So I count myself super grateful, super lucky, and yeah, it's been a great trip. Thanks for tagging along. Backcountry Book Club will continue. I will keep making reading videos, little anthropological ramblings. Stay tuned. So give me a subscribe, give me a subscript, and follow along if you like anthropological ramblings. Otherwise, don't. It doesn't matter to me. So, but thank you for being here. Yeah, and if you came for the Element video, then good luck with your Element. I really hope that you enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. I will be an Element fan for life. Go to the Element meets, meet the Element people. I think I did that in St. Pete while I was here. I went to a Honda Element meet, and it's very cool, a cool community. Everyone's so passionate about their car, and you all have the same car. It's just very cute and fun. It's just like a way to meet people and to be in community. So why not? Why not do it, Community is what we need in this world. So get in your car and go driving and go live on the road and be adventurous, be happy. No one else is going to tell you to. So go do it. Love ya. Bye, 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 bye.